Hey, Pathway, we're glad to be together today, and it is my extreme privilege to be able to introduce Amelia Baker to you guys. Amelia is going to be joining us this summer for a summer internship. She's doing that in conjunction with the Flow Leadership Program with our denomination, Be in Christ, and we are just excited to have her along with us for the summer. So, welcome, Amelia. And why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
hmm Well, I like to say that the three things I love in life are Jesus, people, and food. And so for most of my life, I've tried to find opportunities to kind of meld and mesh those three things together, which I've done significantly well on, I think, that I'll talk about a bit later. But I grew up in Waterloo. I went to Creekside Church and I went to UW. My degree name is quite the mouthful. It's Bachelor of Arts, Religious Studies major, a Jewish Studies minor, a specialization in world religions, and a minor in French. So it's a bit ridiculous, but I loved obviously taking courses about religion and French. But I decided by the end of the 4 years that I had spent so much time studying world religion, particularly East Asian religions was what interested me the most, that I didn't know as much about Christianity, which I thought I should change. So I did my Master's of Theological Studies at Grable. I graduated last year during the pandemic. And so this past year, as a recent arts grad from the humanities, I have just been hanging out and doing things I couldn't do during my years of school, like reading for fun and watching way too much Netflix. So there's a little snapshot of my life, I think.
Very cool. And what
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what you're passionate. What do you love to do in your spare time? How do you enjoy that?
Yeah, definitely cooking and baking, like I've mentioned, and I will probably mention many times. I love doing both of those things, particularly for other people. I love watching good TV shows and excellent movies, reading for fun. I play the piano, just kind of, I think that those are my main areas of fun hobbies, I suppose, that I like to do.
So, you've signed on to do this Flow internship program. Why do you want to do this program this summer?
I think what I'm most excited is that it's kind of two different parts. The one is the practical application at Pathway that I'm excited to learn just as much as I hope to serve Pathway and the community church that it is. I'm excited to, well, like I said, to put into practice what I've learned already, but also learn just as much. And then also there's a spiritual component with the Flow internship in general. And so I'm excited to get to know Jesus better. It's hard studying Christianity from an academic standpoint. So I'm excited to I'm excited to kind of dive more into the spiritual relationship aspect side of it. So I think that's why I'm excited about this internship is both of those things.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good opportunity for both of those. In
Mhm.
terms of your ministry stuff, what do you love to do for ministry? Because this internship, you're going to be serving in some ministries at Pathway. What are your
Mhm.
areas of passion when it comes to ministry?
Ooh, definitely. I've thought about this, of course. Youth ministry, I'm really passionate about. I think it's really important to educate the next generation of Christian leaders well. And so I think between discipleship and building relationship with the youth, that's something I really care about. I had an excellent youth group experience, and so I want to be that model that I had in high school, if that made sense. So I definitely youth ministry. And then I'm excited to learn about children's ministry, of course. And then food ministry. I love to kind of figure out how to mesh those two together, like I've said. So I've been lucky enough to cook at Camp Crossroads. I've cooked in at mission trips in Montreal. I've cooked for refugees. I've cooked for people with different socioeconomic statuses. So those two are definitely my favorite, youth and food. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Too bad. I wish there was a way we could capitalize on the food one a little better in this season of
Yes.
COVID, but
Oh, me too.
it's where we are. Um,
Excuse me.
Now, what are you most excited as you think about this summer's internship? You're going to be working this summer with our children. You've mentioned that, which is really
Mhm,
great. You're going to be
mhm.
working with our youth ministry. You're going to be
Yes.
doing some event planning, for different outdoor kind of connecting events as we can do those as things open up. So, what are you most excited about as you think about this opportunity for you this summer?
Oh, everything. And I know that sounds, I get excited about the littlest things, and so and the big things, of course. So I think everything sounds really exciting to me. Probably the youth planning and the children's ministry, which is kind of what that's a lot of what you just said. So, and I'm excited for hopefully the vaccine rollout to happen. So maybe we can do stuff in person one day. That's also something unrelated, but of course related to the internship. So, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Last question for you. And again, people are going to have a chance to get to know you all summer long. You're going to be joining us for the service today online and potentially popping into some of our Zoom lobbies after services so people can get to
Yes,
know you a little bit. But
yes.
you also have a bit of an exciting summer, not just because you get to hang out with us for the summer, which is going to be awesome, but you have something else going on. So tell us a little bit about that.
I do. In just over a month, I will be getting married. And so June 12th, I'm super excited, of course. I wouldn't recommend planning a wedding in the middle of a pandemic, but it's it's been a lot, but I'm very excited. I met Nathan at Conrad Grable 6 years ago and we started dating then. So we didn't want to wait any longer to get married. And so we're doing it no matter what the regulations are, safely, of course. But yes, yes, very, very excited for that, just to add into the summer this summer. So
Very cool. Well, we can't wait to hear more about your wedding, and we'll
yeah,
hopefully get to see some pictures.
well,
Actually,
I'm
very
sure.
exciting news to share with our Pathway family too. You guys don't know this, or maybe you read it on Facebook, but just want to share this too. Just thinking about weddings, we also get to celebrate two engagements at Pathway, and so Amanda Schwarzentruber, many of you guys know her. She is in Africa working at Macha Mission Hospital in Zambia. She has recently gotten engaged, and so we send our congratulations to Amanda and George. And just last week, Adam and Katrina got engaged. So many of you guys know Katrina. Steve is on our leadership team, and she's been part of our church for a long time. Adam began coming a couple of years ago. They met, and I've had the joy of getting to know both of them in our life group. So as we celebrate your wedding, Amelia, we're also celebrating two engagements and just an exciting time at Pathway. So congratulations to them and congratulations to you as well. And we look so forward, Amelia, to getting to know you over the course of this summer.
Thank you. Yes, and I'm excited to get to know everyone, even if it's virtually over the summer, and learning from everybody for sure.
Very cool.